Hello and welcome back. Here we go again. If you've been watching the other videos, you'll see where we found out that Ohio State University has its own police department. And believe me when I tell you, they are all about themselves. They are not about you or me whatsoever. They absolutely hate it whenever you ask them who they work for. They will say anything. I'm telling you what right now, these, we'll call them people, they would jump off of a cliff first, face first, just to keep from saying that they work for you or I, which that's a bad thing, because if we reflect on what the Bible tells us, that you remember when Jesus actually washed the disciples' feet, that's called being humble, and they said, no, you're much too powerful or too important to do that for us. And what did Jesus told them? He said, no, I want to take care of you. I like taking care of you. I love you. Well, see, that's all flying out the window. Everybody's letting go of that, or they're not making that connection. Look, if you've got somebody that's wanting to chop off any appendage that they have on their body, regardless of what it is, they've got a mental problem going on, because God built us with everything, whatever He wanted us to have. So if you're trying to alter that or change that, you're saying God was wrong, and God's never wrong. So we need to really, really get back to the Bible and what Jesus was telling us, which was to love one another and to take care of one another, which clearly is not what's going on when you call these people, because they are offended when you tell them. Because if you watch my video on, which one was that? No, which one we just made it? It was
OSU private.
Ohio State University private police station. No joke. Look that up. But whenever you talk to any of these police officers, which I don't know why we're calling them police officers, they are solely for the Ohio State University that's publicly funded, which you and I do that. But they won't recognize you because you are a you. But yet they want to say, every once in a while, I'm not talking about all the time, but you will hear them when they're wanting your vote. They'll say, oh, I'm going to take care of the people. But yet whenever the people, you, turn into just you and not the people, they got a big problem with that. They don't want to talk to you then. So I've got a huge problem with all this, because it's snowballing. It just is. It's so huge. It's no wonder nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody says, well, what do you do about it? Well, do what I'm doing. Start talking about it. Start doing something. Shoot, I'm not no professional at this. I absolutely know that. Everything could be better always. But, I'm jumping in there, and it's really, really frustrating to me, of how deep that this is going, But not only this, but I want you to listen to this. And you can watch it. I was speaking with, what was her name, Noam? Do you remember the one that finally called me back?
Claudia.
Huh?
Wasn't it Claudia?
Claudia?
I think that was her name.
No, we never got a hold of Mole. Instead, they had...
that was Monica Mole, but I think it was Claudia something.
Yeah, but they said that Ohio State University, I think that was Cheeto, said that they have their own laws over there. Which was, you got to watch that one too, when I called up to the regular Columbus City Police Department. And I talked to a guy, I call him Cheeto, because he said that he wouldn't be able to catch anybody because he's one of those basement dwellers that lays on mommy and daddy and eats Cheetos and plays video games. Self-professed, that's what he said. Oh, yeah. I asked him his badge number, and he said 41. Harder. Brandon Harder. And he's a dispatcher, I guess. But then later on, he admitted, and then he says that 41 was just a number, that it actually wasn't a badge. So he lied right off the bat whenever I asked him what his badge number was and what he done there. But anyway, yeah, he said that. Anyway, we're getting ready to call this guy here. That's the mayor of Columbus. He got to be mayor because he ran unopposed. So, and he's planning on running this year again for the third term or whatever. Oh man, I hope a monkey or something steps up or something, and because I'm telling you right now, well, we're getting ready to call this dude here and see. But he's Democrat, communist, so he definitely is all about the. I can't stand this. I'm not going to say POTUS. What is it? What did you say it stands for?
President of the United States.
Yeah. I think it's dumb. Why don't we just say President of the United States, you know? Oh, wait a minute. I know why. Because you're not talking about President of... What is it?
I said because people are lazy and they don't want to use full words.
Yeah. Yeah, you're talking about usually the people that has the pink hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. The Walmart walkers.
Yeah. Those people.
With the sleepies on.
Mm-hmm.
Pajamas. All right. But I guess that's in fashion, you know. I wonder what they'd do if the fashion was, you know, like to take your brain out. Have your brain surgically removed. I wonder how we get that started. Man, if we could talk these alphabet people into doing that, life would be good, wouldn't it? Hmm?
They've already done it.
Huh?
They've already done it. They've already taken their brains out because look at the way they act and behave.
Oh, well, I think they got a brain, but I think it's been something severely happened, you know, and I'm telling you, it comes from the indoctrination of big money like George Soros and, you know, BlackRock and Klaus Schwab. And
that's why I say you have to be like completely like, you know, ignorant to follow these people, you know. So
well, it's sad because here's what I believe is happening. I think that they don't have any really good input, you know, like growing up, and they're lonely. You know, dad's off coloring his fingernails or something, and no, really. And mom's trying to pick out, you know, what boots to wear for real to go to work. And so the children are left alone, you know, so it's all away from God's design, see?
Mm-hmm.
And, boy, I tell you what. But anyway, let's see if we can call smiling Jack Riley here. Not Jack Riley. What's his name? That was a guy that used to sell cars. Andrew Ginther. Who's he remind me of? Who's he remind you of? You know that guy that talks Gilbert Godfrey. He looks like a fat Gilbert Godfrey. Does he not?
I never put the connection together.
All right, well, let's call Gilbert here. Let's see what happens. I'm betting right now we don't get a hold of Gilbert here, but let's see. Let's see what happens. I'd like to say maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll call him up and he'll be a wonderful person, but not if he's thinking that Biden... What did it say that it said about him?
He supported Biden's decisions on things. Like, yeah, the way he's running the
Just
country.
across the board, all of them.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for calling the office of Mayor Andrew Jenkinson.
Jenkins, sir.
Number and a brief message, and we will return your call at our earliest opportunity.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Name is James Preston. I would really appreciate if you would have someone give me a call back, as I've got like a lot of questions. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. God bless America. And here's hoping we can get our real president back where he belongs, 2024. Thank you very much. God bless America. Just wanted to leave him with a little bit of that. We gotta get Trump back in there. Here's the deal. DeSantis, man, what a great guy, and what a great job he's doing down in Florida. You know, I actually talked to one of the very few family members that I have, and he said that Florida down there had its own problems and stuff that they was dealing with, you know. But he said it wasn't nothing like what we got going on up here. And you know, we kind of talked a little bit about, you know, what we have and what they have, and not just because of the weather, but man, I'd sure love to be living in Florida. You know, that's pretty good, because I mean, think about it. You got the real president Donald Trump down there, and you got DeSantis taking care of the state. So that's a win-win down there. Anyway, I mean, I'm so looking forward to this coming election. We've got to make sure that it goes right, and not like the debacle that we had in 2020. That is, you know, I'm telling you what, right now, in history, if the Lord lets this world carry on that long, they are going to look back and they're going to say, what were they thinking? Why did they allow that to continue? Like, I am absolutely blown away, like, how this skin tag is still in there. I mean, I don't understand it. The only thing I can figure, and that I can hope, is that behind the scenes, you know, we're working to clean up the skin tag. And what he done immediately, he killed off the pipeline, which are our jobs. And we was for the first time ever, we were the completely self-sufficient. We was actually exporting, you know, goods and stuff more than what we was bringing in. And yeah, it didn't make any sense at all. And anybody that has two brain cells to rub together can understand that we have to take care of us first right here in this country, or we can't take care of nobody else. So why are you like cutting off, you know, jobs and stuff like that? I don't understand how anybody could say that they're true. I mean, why would you still even claim to be a Democrat nowadays? There is no such thing. If you go back and look what Democrats used to be, it's not the same. This is communism is what Democrats are. It's just communism. It's not, you know, and then, man, you could lead right on into Marxism and stuff, and you could, you know, start talking about that, and it just goes hand in hand with. But anyway, we're going to try to get a hold of Gilbert Godfrey here. I'm so looking forward to talking with us. But here's what they did. See, if you noticed, you can't get a hold of them. Why is it that we can't get anything done? Look, something's got to change. We've got to create some way of, like, when there's something wrong that we can get a hold of. So even whenever I try to get a hold of my representative here, which is, what's his name? Brad Wenstrup. We somehow got blessed with Brad Wenstrup. We had Bill Johnson, which I never got to talk to Bill Johnson. Never got to talk to him personally. But I did get to talk with Amber and Bryce over there at Bill Johnson's office. Two really, really great Americans. I mean, Bill Johnson has his office straight, and you can tell that he's got to be true blue American, because the people that he has around him, and I'm talking mainly about Bryce and Amber, or Amber and Bryce, they're looking the same direction. If you're on a football team together, you know, nobody has to tell you what, you know, the ideal is. The ideal is to win. The ideal is to get that ball across the line. And you know what? Let's talk about football for 2 seconds here. I don't watch football anymore because you can't tell what state they're in. You can't tell who they're about or who they're for. Yeah, actually, that's not true. I guess we can. They're all about themselves. So I'm not all into sports no more. NASCAR and none of that stuff. The cars all are the same. You can only go so fast and stuff. Who come up with this? Do you think back in the day, whenever I'm going off on NASCAR here, can you believe this? Back whenever they said, you know what, my moonshine runner's faster than your moonshine runner. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. What happened? They said, line her up there, big dog. Let's see. And they went for a race on real roads. Not making a left turn, making a left turn. You know, I actually would like to see NASCAR on, you know, like a real track, you know, like, and people will talk about the Brickyard or whatever the other one is where they got a few turns. But anyway, I'll get off that right now. But anyway, it should be the same thing. It's like if a car can go 500 miles an hour, look, back then they was pushing, they wanted to see cars, you know, hit 100 and then 150, and then they wanted to see 200 miles an hour. Well, nobody thought that was possible. Whenever they first started doing it, they thought, hey, there was no way. Or maybe there was. Maybe that's what the end result was. But wasn't that kind of what America was all about? Or what about the Wright brothers whenever they was trying to get up in the air and stuff? Everybody called them crazy and everything else. But they did it. And that's what America is. Where is America? Where's it at? Where did it go? I'll tell you what, they're taking it away from you. They're taking it away from you. It's not just China. All these, and we're funding it. When you go to Walmart or something like that, and don't get me wrong, I go to Walmart too when I absolutely have to. I don't know how, you know, to get away from it other than, you know, shop online. But then you find out BlackRock owns, you know, 90% of everything. And if you don't know who BlackRock is, check into that. Anyway, I think we're going to get off here because I don't think we're going to get a hold of Gilbert Godfrey. But if he calls back, we'll try to absolutely keep you up to date on this here. So, God bless America. God bless you. We're praying for you. Love you, Lord. Love you, boss.